Hello, buddy. Welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Today we're doing another episode in our legendary Helmet Ghorst campaign. All right, let's get back in here. So we spent most of our money. I think we're best off upgrading these. That is how we get some more money, 120, even though it's expensive. Like, we're gonna have to get gates, which decreases our income. It does increase our public order, but like gates are very, very important, especially on the furthest, like Walden or whatever. Now, they made almost everything have a tier 4 upgrade, so before you used to be able to just, I guess you could get the mausoleum in just a tier 3 place, but I don't know, is that worth it to give it 75 extra public order? I mean, we thinking about it over here. I thought I did that, activated that. Maybe I didn't. I guess we were thinking about it. Yeah, we should have done that. That only gives 1 corruption in adjacent provinces. It used to be right here you'd get it. I know I've said that several times, but that's going to make my corruption game a bit tougher to figure out. So we're going to have to get, at the next tier, we're probably going to want to get crypts and... we have to get this, because this unholy lodestone is tremendously powerful. So we definitely want this. You have to get vampire. So we need these two. We're probably not going to be able to get necromancers. They kind of suck. And I do want this thing as well. Like, 1 terror guys to be great. I might have to let the forest units go. But yeah, so basically what I'm thinking is, like, we're probably going to have to get rid of the gibbet. Maybe. I don't know. Public order's still an issue here, though. Just not used to that with Vlad. Like, this is causing more public order problems as well. I guess I'm going to upgrade it. We do kind of need the money. Or we will at some point. We can get rid of this. Keep in mind, we only have 1 army right now, and it's mostly zombies. So it's like very, very cheap. And a lot of our armies are going to have to be like half zombies for a lot of the game. So you can't really get a lot of the top tier units. Okay, we're just going to sit here and just raise some more.
What do you seek?
Or, yeah, raid some more. Do we use the growth on this? Do we just pop straight up? I don't know. Essen has this under control now. Or, not Essen. Vlad kind of is getting that under control, so maybe we can get away without upgrading this stuff and just try to tech straight up to tier 4 ASAP. Could be decent. We don't need this. The gibbet upgrade is like okay, but not entirely necessary. This forest unit we could put... I don't want to lose growth though. We can eventually put in the peasant blood tax once we get to tier 4. Tier 5 is nice, but it's kind of a luxury. We could put this in here. I really don't want to have to get balefire braziers, but 1 public order and then extra vampiric would help a lot with public order. I just don't need bats and dire wolves right now. Okay, let's just get rid of that, and then I guess we'll grab 1 brazier. It does make diplomacy with Empire a little bit more difficult.
Ready. Why do you come? What can we
Military
help you with this night? Agreed.
Nice.
So be it.
they give us any money?
You're overruled.
Not this time.
What? What dost thou wish to discuss with thine true father?
Never!
Bow before children of my blood. Come, let us talk. It is done.
Okay, they'll give us a little bit. Next turn, they might give us some more.
I thirst.
What do these guys have? They just have the one property.
It is night.
The Red Duke is kind of cool. I played a mod that allowed you to play as Musion, and it's actually pretty difficult early on because a lot of this stuff is not very vampiric friendly, and the elves are actually very difficult to deal with. Now, they were much more aggressive. This is before they like nerfed the elves to where they don't come out and try to take over the map, which I wish they would still come out and fight more often, but
Darkness comes.
oh, cool. What is this? Musion landmark. Fortress of Maravek. Oh, you can get Grail Knights there? Those are really sweet, but it requires an ossuary, which is probably super high tier. What is an ossuary? It's probably Blood Knights, right? No, Vampire's Keep. What is that? Dragon Lair, Terrorgeist Lair. The hell's an ossuary? Okay. Huh. That's only tier 3 though. Wait, what? Allows the recruitment of Grail Knights. Unlocks the recruitment of Grail. Okay, so you can't actually recruit Grail Knights, but you have to have that to get the Black Grail Knights. And I think the Black Grail Knights, as far as I know, you have to have Corone to get those. Let me see this again. Okay. Okay, so you can get that instead of an ossuary, basically. Okay, faction-wide, minus 5% for Graveguard and Black Knight units. Okay. All provinces recruitment. Okay. Hero recruit rank for White King. Lord recruit rank. Plus 10 public order. Wow, that's really nice. Okay, that's a pretty sweet building. Not gonna lie, it's pretty sweet. Ports are amazing if you can get ports as vampire counts, because they actually give you real money. But obviously, because you're landlocked, you can't get the ports that easily, but...
I will not blight my soul.
It is difficult to get an advantage over there, because everybody hates you. Okay. Alright, we've got everything upgrading. We're still going to keep the growth. We're doing that. We're doing other stuff. We're moving. We're shaking. Okay, we're good. I'm really surprised that Zufbar hasn't made another army yet. Unless they've got it over here and they're fighting the greenskins in the mountains. Totally possible. But... a little surprised. Especially because it says they're even with military strength and they don't have an army right now, as far as I can see. So that means they have to be recruiting an army over there. Like they have a main army over here somewhere. Just no other explanation. Katrine is also... they don't have an army over here, so I assume they might be working together to go fight these greenskins back in the mountains. Which makes sense. I'm not really posturing that aggressively right now. Well, I sort of am. I'm like sitting in their, you know, zone, but... Growth and recruit... How long does that recruitment last? 3 turns? Sure, migration's welcome. Always welcome the migrants. Cool thematically. Cool in terms of,
Everything lies.
just needing more growth. Obviously, lots of political problems depending on where you are in the world and all that kind of stuff. So not trying to be super political here on the strategy professor. I'm just saying it's a nice gesture if you can do it.
Soon I'll be all powerful.
Although I know there are other constraints to consider in terms of that, but whatever. Okay. Stick with our guns here. We're gonna have a public order crisis over here very soon. Character's never -1. Oh, it's this guy. Okay. I think we're still gonna stick with this. Fight another rebellion here.
I am ready. Greetings, brothers.
Lord of the children of my blood, come, let us know.
Alright, let's see if our boys over here
Yes.
will help us give us a little
Greetings,
cash.
brothers. What does my bloodline require?
I would love to come over here and scout. It would take forever to run over there, but if we could run over here and scout Vampire Coast, that would be awesome as well. I like it when there's some Confederation options, but like... High Elves were a little hardcore in the High Elf campaign. I didn't like that I could basically just Confederate this whole island. Like, pretty easily. Empire's like okay, like because some of them like you, some of them don't, so it's like an interesting dance, you know, where you can confederate with some of them and then other ones you can't.
Do you take me?
I like it. I can't remember if there are any vampires down here, but it would be cool if there was someone down here thematically in the desert. There might be some. I don't know though. Okay.
Corpse Master.
Yep, just chilling. Still waiting a couple more turns. Okay, Waldenhof, we gotta get whatever we were gonna get here. Brazier, okay. We do need to switch over and get our recruitment rank up soon. Now we need to figure out what we want also, what we can afford and what we would like to afford. I have to plan that out. So we definitely want a Banshee, because that hero is good. Because it has mobility now, which is great, and she's a pretty good little fighter, especially with the changes that they've made to Ethereal, so... There we go, there's Big Papa. Alright. So there's their new 20 stack. It's going to be hard as hell to take that province with that many dwarves. We might have to catch them outside to bring up a terrible dead meme. Graveguard are kind of the cheapest solutions. We can't afford a lot of that though. But we also have to think, okay, we already have a huge balled up infantry line. That's not an issue. What the... What? I guess because it has no garrison and they can just take it? That's awkward.
Helman Ghorst.
That's that's a little wacky. Corpse Cart, more Ascension, Uncanny Presence. Dark Pact would be good. Raised Dead, it's alright. Hidden Scripture would be good. I really want to get that Corpse Cart. I mean, maybe we don't need to get the Balefire Corpse Cart as fast as I thought. We just don't cast enough spells for this. Like, all of our spells are too expensive. Walking Dead might be reasonable to get. Graveguard, Crypt Horrors. I need to get... I have to get to Lightning Strike and Quartermaster so that I can afford armies.
Dead shall rise. Don't think so.
He might be able to hit me in this town. Not sure if I want to do that. So we're about to get the Balefire. What did we just finish? Okay. We just finished this, so we can hire a couple of Crypt Horrors now. Okay, so how do I want to divvy this up? We've got 2,600 gold to burn, effectively. I think the zombies are just more efficient than the skeletons in terms of cost. +1 for infantry units. Now are these worth... how do these compare to these? Okay, so these have more weapon strength. I assume these are going to have less defense, right? 28D, 44... +10, 26 piercing. +6, 18 piercing. Okay, so these are way better, I think. I see 36 base, effectively +6, that's 42 base, weapon strength, and then 34 plus 30, 69. So 69, 42. This is 54 weapon strength, and then 78 total. Yeah, these are way better. They are marginally more expensive, like just barely. Now these don't have a shield though. These only have bronze shields. These have no shields. Charge bonus is similar. Like these just seem like they're just better all around. I feel like these should have more armor. They have like a shield, right? Okay, they have 4 more armor. More, let's see, 35 melee defense versus 35 melee defense? No, 28. Okay, I mean, these are just way better. But once again, we have a huge ball of infantry, so I think that's okay. Now these, so we might get like a couple of these, but we don't need a ton of them. What I need are flank spank units right now. Units where I can hold everything in with zombies and they can just run around the back. They just have 64 speed as well, so they can get back there on those things. So I think these are very strong. I probably want like at least 3 of these. These don't cause terror. Have a lot of replenishment. Now they are weak to like spears, so that's something to keep in mind when we start fighting Empire. They'll be very, very good against Dwarfs though. They don't have much weapon piercing, armor piercing, so that's important to keep in mind. Now these are a little bit cheaper. They cause terror. They're not as fast, but they have perfect vigor. They're immune to psychology, which if you cause terror, you're already immune to psychology, so that's kind of a troll stat there. They do have Vanguard deployment, which is nice. These don't have Vanguard, do they? No. So maybe like 3 of these? 1,200 plus, like... It's going to be like 2,300, 2,400 if I do that. But I do want some Grave Guard. So maybe just like 2, 2, and 2. So these just kind of sit in there and be my business units. Then that'd give us 4 flanking units. These guys can go like tear up archers and things like that. And then these guys can just sit on the back line, carve them up. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Alright, well, first things first, let's go ahead and crush this.
Glorious carnage!
Scepter of stability, huh? Okay. We could burn it. That would be an interesting choice because then if they want to take this, they would have to come over. I can't sack it. If they want to come over here and take this, which they probably will, it's going to cost them a lot of replenishment. Wow, it still just won't even let me sack? Because I want to be able to recruit this turn. If I occupy, I'm worried they're going to be able to come over here and pin me in. It's going to cost us money and replenishment if we want to take it, but let's just burn it. It's kind of annoying. We're going to take some replenishment here. Okay. Alright, so we want to get a recruit rank here, I think, for next turn. Okay, we can't actually recruit anything. Oh yeah, we could. We could have recruited some Cryptors, but whatever, it is what it is. I thought we could sack and run away.
Dark magic is mine to command.
Okay. So that's all good.
Ready. Greetings, brothers.
What? Children of my blood. Come. Preposterous!
Who calls?
Alright. We're about to get our tech done, which blood is power. I need to, yeah, just grab that, I guess. God, I hope the Cryptors don't take 3 turns. Rates also used to be, like, about 200 gold.
Begone.
Master of unlife. My puppet starts.
Now, I think I want to keep These are just... I think the skeletons, like the zombies, are just way better for the cost. Although, I mean... they do have more armor for me. Leadership's about the same. Those are faster. These have 71 melee attack and defense. These have 32. These have strong vigor, though. But these are what? 60 more gold each. So if I replace, like, 5 skeletons and 5 zombies, I'd save 300 gold a pop, which could be another high-tier unit.
No limits.
What do these guys do? Poison attacks. We already have poison. Doesn't do that much. Okay. Oh, these are only 1 turn. Wow. For real? Why do these have reduced upkeep? What am I missing? Reduce upkeep for skeleton, spearman.
Death is only the beginning.
Oh, because I'm garrisoned in the... It's because I'm garrisoned. Okay. I can't believe these are only 1 turn. 235. I mean, that's pretty damn... That's very affordable. They're just cheap. I mean, maybe I should get more of these. These take 2 turns, though.
I will attend to it.
Let's get rid of 2 of these.
Ghorst!
Then we might get a couple more Grave Guard. That's mostly done. What are we waiting on here? Oh, just the gold and the gallows. Okay. Tech. Now what do we want to do? Corruption. We are going to try to gain some territory now, so we're going to need probably this. And that. Infiltrate houses is interesting. Oh, that's very expensive, though. Crypt horrors. Wraiths, movement. I guess we'll stick with this. Alright. I forgot, I gotta hire the Banshee too. Now he better not come over there and occupy that, or I'm gonna be annoyed. Yeah, I think he's gonna go over there and try to occupy that area. My boy looks like he might get wiped out here pretty soon. We'll see. He's trying to run. If he gets wiped out, he might confederate with me. He loses his whole army. Then we wouldn't be able to hire the Red Duke, though. Oh. Oh, cool. We get a free White King. Public order, training. I don't know how we got him, but I'll take him. So he's got Sunder armor. Decent little fighter, not insane, but... yeah, one of the weaker units in the game. 25 experience per turn is terrible. Public order is decent. I mean, dude's pretty bad, but we'll run him. It is nice to have him in the army just because he is going to be more expensive, but...
I am ready.
Just having some heroes in there, just because there's such a mob, there's only so much surface area of like zombies you can have. So, however, I do want the Banshee. Ooh, +2 melee attack, I like that. If they change anything around. Pretty straightforward. So instead of Protector or whatever, she has this mobility thing, which is great. Oh, she has Stimulate Growth now. Okay, I thought the vampires had that. Maybe they changed it. Okay, she's very, very good then. Because we really need a lot of growth to tech up. Okay, so that should be cool. Let's see, if these dwarves come at me over here, we might be able to fight them. We'll see if they occupy this and they're injured. Kind of some bait for him.
This night. Greetings, brothers.
Cower before I, Vlad von Karstein.
I shouldn't have touched my
Welcome,
eye.
be gone.
I don't know where they're going, but they're just
Do you take me
poking
for
their
a
head over here to
wizard?
see what's up.
Necromancer.
Maybe I should have just gotten Children of the Night in anticipation of needing to get that extra vampire. I don't know. I have to get 2 points in it, I guess, to get the vampire. That's fine, whatever. If I get rid of these, 50. God, it's so cheap. Get some more Grave Guard.
My puppets dance.
Maybe I should have gotten rid of these.
They shall despair.
We're getting rank 4. Why are we getting these extra ranks on these guys? I don't know. Actually, how many?
I will not
Oh, that's a
share
different
my
army.
plan.
Oh my God, Zufbar is decked out. Now they are very scared, and they have a gate.
Ghorst.
I will not disgrace my ancestors.
Now we're not going to be able to hit them on turn 1. How many? Thunderers aren't that scary. These guys are kind of scary. But they do get the upgraded the bullets.
Helman Ghorst. Master of the dead.
They're in ambush stance or something over here.
I admire your depravity. Merciless. I love it.
So make sure we can hit this next turn. If they don't try to reinforce it. Oops, no, I forgot about her. Yeah, let's get rid of this.
My cruelty
We'll throw her
knows
in there.
no limits.
Alright.
Dark magic is mine to command.
You dare? Very well. Let
Bow! Welcome. Sit by my side. I will not.
Come on, bro. Why is this deteriorating? No, we're gonna need some coaxing here. I need infiltrate noble houses stat. Alright. Still cranking. Actually, we're not going to do that next turn. Let's go back to, we need to start getting the public order in line. Or the growth. We'll go back to growth. Be fine. Alright, so this is going to be a tough fight here. We can't siege it on the first turn. We don't have a siege attacker, so they might bring their other 20 stack back. Finally, let's get some of these cool undead units going. I'm hyped. Let's do this. This is typically a tough fight against a farm. Usually when you do your first siege against an enemy, like, it's hard early on because it's going to be like 20 on 40 almost always. I hope the new Total War is cool. I have a hard time imagining how it's going to keep up with I want 3,000 gold. It's only 3 turns of corruption. Yeah, sure.
Don't think so.
I don't know where those other dwarfs went. I mean, I feel like they ran over here, but maybe they ran this way. I don't really know.
Can I assist you? Corpse Master.
Do we attack them in channeling stance? -5 leadership. I mean, our leadership's pretty high. If we're attacking, we should get a lot of extra leadership. Oh, I should have been in this necro ritual stance. I didn't even think of that. Damn it. That would have given me an extra recruit rank. Gotta pay attention to that. Still learning about some of these new ranks. Okay, so I want 25 magic. So that's like 1 extra overcasted in a heck to heal everybody at the cost of 5 leadership. Leadership's not usually a huge issue. I think I'll take those odds.
I will attend to it. Destroy
Hopefully we don't get ambushed.
Let there be blood.
Wow, it thinks there's like no chance, huh? So we can get 1 battering ram and 2 of these towers. That should be alright. Really? It doesn't think there's any way we win this. Like, you just walk up near the gatehouse, drop your towers right, and just go right on top of the gatehouse, bust in the gatehouse itself, and then just have, like, Ghorst just stand there and give the replenishment. Have your corpse cart just stand there and give everybody, you know, all of their bonus stuff. Then you can just overcast Nehek right on top of it and just, like, heal your whole army. And you can fight them on, like, 3 different fronts. You can fight them at the door. They don't have any bonus against large. I mean, how are they supposed to kill these crypt horrors in their gatehouse? Like, the dogs aren't going to be that great here, but just, like, putting the grave guard up on the rafters and just, like, 1 Cairn Wraith mixed in with the crypt horrors and 1 up top. Put the Banshee up top. I don't see how they possibly win this, but it's saying it's impossible for us to win this.
Butcher them.
Now, if they come over here with a 20 stack, I have to fight them out in the open. That's going to be a bit more interesting. But if I get to siege 20 on 20, basically, I feel like I'm at a big advantage, but maybe I'm just not understanding the situation. Check that diplomacy one more time.
Ah, you seek out the Von Caster.
I am welcome. Sit by my side. Impudent pup.
They like that we're fighting Zufbar, right? So if we take a Zufbar town, they're going to like that, I think. Ruler's prejudice again. Oh, that's because of the building that we built. It's called prejudice. Alright. Let's do it. So we get our good siege here. We'll see if they send their other 20 stack back. I mean, to them, they're probably thinking I have a 10% chance to win this. So they might be thinking, like, okay, I don't even need to send that army over there because that idiot's going to, like, suicide into our garrison. Which might be true. We'll see. But, like, the Skaven and the Vampire counts are constantly underestimated by the AI. Because the AI doesn't know how to play them that well. Actually, the AI does play the Vampire counts pretty well. Like, it's very often in many campaigns. If you don't, like, try to deal with the Vampire counts, they end up being one of the strongest factions on the map. They take a lot of stuff. Like, right now in my Alarial campaign, they have most of the Empire area as the Vampire counts, so... Skaven don't usually play Skaven very well. But we'll see. I mean, it's the hardest... Those are, like, the hardest factions to play well, I think, because their units are so bad individually, but you have to, like, work them together. It's not like you can just spam, like, all Hagganath Executioners and Shades and just completely shatter the enemy. Alright, negative gross, no good. Are they coming over? No?
Big on.
I do not know where their other 20 stack is. I assume maybe they're trying to... Yeah, okay, so they went for Mount Gunbad. So they got really greedy. They went for Mount Gunbad so that they could get this crazy gold mine. So that makes more sense. So they're just not scared of me. They just think I can't siege this, and they just want to go get their gold. I see the logic. I can respect it. Wow, 10 turns we can get up to tier 4, which would be excellent if we get those vampires.
Do you take me for a wizard?
Like a Terrorgeist, although we can't really afford a Terrorgeist.
Darkness comes. Very well.
Need to unit up, keep costs, ruining our
We have
farm.
much to discuss, and thou art most welcome. Child.
Come on, man. Don't troll me. Bunch of haters, man. Alright. Here we go, next turn. It's on. Get our big siege battle. Hopefully we can hold it. Vampire counts in general are pretty good against dwarves. I remember one of my first campaigns on the channel was the original dwarf campaign and the original greenskin campaign. It was the first thing I did back in 2016. And I remember coming over here thinking I was going to steamroll these vampires. Like, oh, whatever, they just have all these garbage, you know, skeletons and zombies. On Legendary, they do get a lot of extra stuff. But just in general, it's just so hard to deal with them because the dwarves just don't have good, like, infantry superiority units. Like, they don't have great swords. They just have a lot of defensive stuff with a lot of armor. And they rely very heavily on their missile units. And missile units are pretty bad. Like, you would think they'd be good against vampires, like archers and stuff like that, but when you're just shooting all of your, like, ammo into zombies, it's just not gonna matter. Like, wow, Chaos is starting on turn 25? Oof. That's rough. Like, you really, really need gyrocopters. Gyrocopters are pretty good against the undead for a little while. But yeah, you really got to have those gyros, I think, to deal with them.
Give them death! Death to all!
Alright, well, let's see if my theory is correct. Yeah, I just don't see it, how they win that. I mean, we're going to take a lot of hits running up there, but I think at 1 to heck should, like, 1 overcasted to heck should be able to heal us through it. Alright, let's see it. I'm talking a big game, but let's see if we can do it. I mean, I've won like a 1% battle before against Empire. It was giving me, like, you couldn't even see the yellow on it hardly. It was all the way down at 1%. That was a tough fight, but we won it. I think in general they really overestimate the dwarfs. as a lot of people do. I mean, dwarfs kind of are like, they are the fan favorite. Everybody loves dwarfs. Just, I remember when I was primarily a Total War channel. I still do a lot of Total War every day, but my League audience is much, much larger than my Total War audience at this point. But like when I didn't do any League hardly and it was all Total War, I would get asked constantly, do more dwarfs, dwarf, 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 dwarf. People just love them. I mean, they're fun. I like the dwarfs, but I want these going up top. Can I not give this to somebody else? I don't know. Okay, whatever. I guess we can just use the battering ram. I wish I would put those on the zombies or something. Alright, so what we want to do here is like move these to like right here, and then just have a huge fight around this area. Okay, let's make this dude 7, make this dude 8. When we get a vampire, vampire will be 9. Actually, let's make these 1. Let's make these their own specialty unit, I guess. The specialty stuff. Okay, so there's 1. I guess we can just put these up top. I don't even know, honestly, where we want to. I don't think we can trick them into like aiming for our zombies. Two group. These are. Leave these down on the bottom. Maybe we can run these around and try to like take over another gate, or just like have them over here, just see if they'll put some dwarfs over here to match them, and then run. Maybe we can do that with the dogs. Just put some over there, and we'll bring these in like once we tear open the front. We'll bring those in a little bit more. Okay, these can be sort of our 4 group. The grouping's kind of weird on this one.
The dead are mine.
Wait, what? Oh crap. Make these our 5. Like, put some of these over here. We want them aiming for these banshees and these zombies. She has such high physical resist. No, not in the grave guard. No focus fire in the grave guard. Catapult's starting to hurt. Come on, touch base before they burn it. Alright, there we go. no, fight, that's fine. Yeah, wow, it's taken forever for that.
Helm and Ghorst.
All will wither.
Put that axe in their faces. It shall be done.
Oh, it didn't heal the people up there. Okay, well that's annoying.
Corpse cat. With haste.
Helm and Ghorst. Our gods will shoot us. I will bathe in their blood.
Alright, we gotta fan some of that out down here.
We are death.
Yeah, don't actually be in combat, Hellman. Come on, man, don't troll. No, you ain't supposed to be in combat, bro.
They will come when I call. Swiftly. Honor your clans.
How much ammo do they have left? Okay, we gotta get these
The
dudes.
dammer's grown, while the white cleaner is full by nightfall.
I guess that's fine, sure. Just start killing these dudes.
Corpse cat.
With haste. I rise.
Can I just try to, like, push through these guys a little bit or something? Can we just, like, try to move through?
Yes, away, minions!
Run! Mark this day in the boot!
Push through. Push through. Push through.
Very well. More tallies for the Damas crumb! Run! Mark this day in the boot! Our clans will shun us.
Okay, so they're like out of ammo and everything over here. Alright, so we should all be good. Now, they might kill this dude, so we're gonna have to...
The night is ours!
Get those dudes, get those dudes, get those dudes right now. Carve them up, boys.
Our clans will shun us!
Whoa, 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 bro. I said get out.
As you command.
Nope. Y'all are not firing. We're not having it.
Mark this day in the boot! Clans will shun us!
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Helm and Ghorst.
This dude's firing on zombies? Sure. If they want to use all their ammo on zombies, I'm fine with that.
Helm and Ghorst.
Actually, let's not even give them a chance to hit him. Let's just get out of there.
I obey.
Wait, who's... back up here. Okay, never mind. They're touching down. That's fine. Get over here. Get these guys. Do not let them fire on us. Dwarfs with great weapons. Okay. Let's push forward. If we kill their lord, that should definitely hurt their morale quite a bit.
Everywhere is death. Serve my will.
Hit him, hit him, hit him. Okay, we got one. He's rallying back, that's fine. She should be able to kill him.
I will raise them. The power is mine. Undead, come forth.
Alright, did get the lord.
Elman Ghorst.
Oh, we do have enough for one more overcast in the heck, I think. Man, undead are so cool. Love it. Nope, not those. Lead with these. Micro this guy. Come on, come over here.
As you command.
Delicious regen. Keep chasing them down. Did anyone else rally? Got him. Give me 5% odds again. Let's see what's up. them down,
much
run them all
death.
down.
With haste.
Hellman got those 2 kills, baby.
Swiftly.
Oh, we still had one more cast of this, but I felt like Nahek was more powerful later on. Mana's definitely much more of a thing to be careful with the vampire, because the overcast in Nahek, like before you would just spam that every single time, so that's the only spell you'd ever use. But now it's like, you know, maybe I should cast something else. And there's so many other forms of regeneration that it's like, well, maybe I don't need more regeneration. How many kills did these get? These guys got a lot. These guys not so much, but these guys were up on top fighting the Lord pretty much most of the time. Look at on time. Okay, so we're over on time. These fights are probably going to last a little while. Very grindy, especially against the Dwarfs. No, the zombies aren't even going to ever kill them. Killed 2 things. But they weren't even in the fight. They were just kind of standing outside. Because you don't want to send all of your like really low tier units through the gate, because then your units just can't fit. As you saw, I couldn't even get people in the gate because the dwarves weigh so much. They have so much mass. They wear so much armor that I just couldn't fit in there.
Do not shame your ancestors. Our clans will shoot.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even kill a single Cryptor. These guys are at half health, but there's still 10 entities of them. Like, they just don't have anything that can deal with Cryptors. They, like, emptied all of their clips just firing into me with their Quarrelers over here. It just didn't even kill anything, hardly. I mean, they killed stuff, probably, but not enough to matter. So, yeah, Cryptors, still great. Graveguard, still great against low-tier infantry. I mean, Graveguard would get chewed up by, like, Sword Masters of Hoeth or something like that, but... Those Wraiths do quite a lot. These were probably the ones that were in the back, like, flanking the entire time. Yeah, those are a lot better now, I feel like. They just really were difficult to kill. These guys, I mean, these guys were getting shot into the whole time by, like... These killed a lot of stuff, but a lot of it's zombies. These guys killed a lot at the beginning. We did lose some skeleton spears. I mean, whatever. Oh, we did lose one of our Graveguard, which kind of sucks. They were probably the ones that were up on top. But whatever. I mean, we just hire them back. It's not a huge deal. They actually didn't kill that much. Probably because they were fighting that hero on top. This dude, the Thane.
To war! Death is only the beginning.
Did he level up? I can't tell. No, he didn't. I didn't see how many this guy killed. I assume probably not much. But spreading public order is a pretty good one for him. He's one of the worst heroes in the game, honestly. 25 per turn is sort of whatever, experience-wise. I mean, 5 extra melee attack is decent. I guess we'll go ahead and grab that. Then we might grab spread public order after that. 1 point for 5 is pretty good. She, on the other hand, is very strong. Yeah, she's one of the strongest, as long as they don't have a lot of magical attacks, because, you know, she's 75% physical resist, which is huge. Huge, huge, huge. She shouldn't have any armor, though, but 75, that's the equivalent of like 150 armor, but armor piercing doesn't affect it, but magic does, so she's hard to kill. She has a lot of good stuff. Stimulate growth and increase mobility. Go with increased mobility. Where do we win? Okay. So we've got Iron Mine. How much are we trading with that? A little bit. I mean, 81, 126, that's 200 extra gold per turn. Considering a gibbet only gives you 75, that's a pretty big deal. Not bad, not bad. This, we don't really need that. Lack of corruption's kind of bad. I mean, we probably need to get a gibbet here. +1 hero recruit rank for whites. %3. We're gonna need definitely a balefire for sure. Yeah, it costs more gold. Is it 30% more for buildings? God, it's brutal. But I need the gold, man. How are we getting? Oh, this gives 150 gold. Okay, the resource buildings actually give gold. I didn't realize that.
My cruelty knows no limits.
Alright, we'll get rid of that. Put a balefire there, see if we can get that public order under control. Assignation, all that stuff doesn't matter, and that's probably going to be it for this turn.
I am invincible.
I don't know if I already looked at these guys or not this turn for that fight.
I am ready. Very well. Let
I mean, the Brave Guard might still be the best bargain. I don't know, like, these guys are real. I like each one of these. I like this split that I have here. I can't afford it much. And we did get a little bit more gold there. We might be able to get a couple more Brave Guard. This is a pretty good squad. You always want to, like, have just enough to win fights, or that's, like, the goal. Have just enough. In most strategy games, do the most with the least you could possibly do. And that's often the best strategies. Do the most with the least. That is efficient. Okay. It's a good solid fight. I like it. I like the new Cryptors. That seems pretty fair. I mean, they were overpowered in the base game. Now they're tougher. There's less of them. So they're like a little bit better, but they don't completely trash. Like, I mean, the things used to just get like 200, 300 every kills. I mean, it depends on the faction, but like, they would just annihilate everything. And for 200 gold, once you got the 10% off, they're just too good. But for 400, I mean, I think that's a bit more reasonable because they are kind of like a little bit higher end.
don't stand there like
They're
some
like a tier
startled
3.5.
sheep.
You
Deliver
know?
thy message, lamb, so I may consider a response.
Non-aggression. How many? He only has one. Does he even have anything left? I don't know where his last town is, but Nah, bro. If he could trade with me, we might talk, but he can't trade, so. Man, I used to love getting all this mountain territory, too, with the Conquer Anywhere mod. Without the penalty. Because Chaos usually doesn't go up in the mountains. You have, like, really good choke points. But, like, adding in that penalty makes it a bit tougher, but it's still worthwhile. I mean, it still gives me, as you can see, like, 400 gold if we can hold it. But the problem is, like, the public order is definitely going to be an issue. Probably. I mean, Balefire gives you 1 public order. Gibbet... I think Gibbet always gave you a public order. Get some... The Charnel Pit. So there are some ways to get more public order. I guess that's fair. It's just like, when you start getting the recruitment buildings, then it's less public order. But if we just put in, like, the money buildings, like blood tax is probably fine, then you can get your public order relatively sorted out, maybe. Interesting choices, interesting choices. Misclick. I don't think it's gonna matter that much, but I was just trying to click next. I mean, we got 1 more Turner for generation in there, and we didn't need to build anything. But we could have walked over to start occupying the last pieces. So I mean, it's not the worst misclick in the world, but it's not great. Spoiler alert, it's not great. Because that's going to give the Dwarfs 1 more turn to come back over to help reinforce. And I don't even think I have another tech that I started. Yeah, I did. I did have another tech, okay. Yeah, it's not good. Okay, well this is going to be it for this episode. Sadie, are you ready for some food? Sadie says, always. Always ready. Alright. I mean, yeah, the only thing we really lost out on is like a turn of movement, which is annoying, but... So the question becomes, do we just go for Oakenhammer, just grab this stuff first? Or do we come over here and try to grab this? I think we're okay just occupying this stuff.
Dark magic is mine to command.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start there, do that next turn. We're just waiting to get this to tier 4. Fortunately, we don't need a second army, which is great. You know, in the original campaign, before these guys existed, when you have all of this and the Empire starts coming at you, you have to get a second, and sometimes even a third army if they start like popping over this wall and messing with you. So I like the extra movement speed as well, so they can't backdoor you as easily. This is nice. This is a nice pacing. We've gotten plenty of good fights. We're not having to run around and chase like random armies in our back territory.
You seek. I am. What doth thou wish to discuss with thine? No.
Okay. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.